Are we live?
We're live.
Welcome back, you bunch of animals, to the Track Walk Pod with Peach and Evan, where we talk all wrong opinions on Formula Un. Formula Un, dude.
Formula One.
Now, PJ,
We're back.
PJ, in our first full year of doing this, I think this is our worst year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think when we first started, I think we missed 3.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
Yeah.
We fucked up.
We fucked up, dude.
We're bad.
We keep dropping the ball.
Yeah.
We keep making broken promises to you. And guess what, dude? We don't care.
Well, we're not really promising anyone. We're just promising each other.
Yeah.
And we just keep breaking it.
Break it all the time.
Right? It's not like who we promising on the air.
I don't know, but I'm gone, dude.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
Like we said, we gotta try it. We gotta do Sundays.
We gotta do Sundays. Dude.
Yeah, fuck. As hard as it is. As much as I fucking hate it.
We gotta do Sundays.
Ugh.
Coming to you live from Monday here. Day after race day.
With that being said.
People.
Hey, we got a new tagline, though. Just wanted to read it off for everyone.
Read it.
An F1 podcast with no grip, no filter, and no business being this confident.
What do you think?
What? Let us know in the comment section.
If anyone's still out there, if you were tuned in,
and you're back,
let us know. Let us know, dude. We have some new stuff. We're in the middle of a rebrand, PJ.
Yeah, we are.
We got new structures. We got new segments for you. We got a new name coming up. We got new equipment.
Maybe we've been promising forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Just new us.
New us, dude.
New and better.
New and improved Peach and Evan.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's about it.
Okay, listen. Enough of that. We need to start talking about the race.
We do. But we got to start our drinking.
Oh, fucking fuck.
Dude.
Fuck.
We're going to crack a drink. We're going to crack a Truly.
That's not going to change ever.
No, we're still always going to drink.
Yeah.
You know, I think it if anyone's listening, it'd be nice to put it out there, right, of what our brand is or what we want this podcast to be.
2 years in.
Yeah. But I don't think we've ever, put that out on the record. And I think Evan and I sat down 2 weeks ago, and did some brainstorming. We were going to record. We're like, fuck it. We need to sit down and figure out what we do well, what we want this to be, and how it can be scalable, like how we can actually make this thing grow. And I think it really came down to, obviously we have influences from Barstool, influences from...
Don't give out free advertising.
Pardon my take. I love Pat McAfee. So when I talk about sports, I want it to be authentic. I want it to be like
raw.
Two buddies no, not like cheesy raw, but like two buddies sitting down, and that's why we always drink. Is right. Because it's just two guys sitting down, having a drink, talking about what we saw with the race, talking about what's going on in the F1 world, and we don't care if it's correct. We don't care if it's politically correct, because we want to talk about it how normal people talk about sports and how we believe that normal people will talk about racing in Formula One.
At least Americans.
Right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put that out there. I think is that in the same line as you?
Yeah, that's a good mission statement. Is that how you feel too? That's a good mission statement, I think.
It's just real talk. How two guys would talk about racing if you had never seen Formula One and you're at a bar and you're having a beer together.
There you go.
So with that, let's crack our drinks. Let's fucking talk some racing, dude.
Let's talk some Formula One, dude.
Terrible. The worst.
That was good.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Now cue that motherfucking music, dog. Cue it. that song, dude?
Evan beforehand, he wants to come on here and say, what do you think of that song?
What do you think of that song?
And he's
dude?
like, hey, should we get a new song?
Should we get a new song, dude?
We might need to.
Maybe that'll come with the rebrand.
Yeah.
Never happen.
I told Ev, one thing at a time. We just need to get back to the consistency.
You heard that.
And then we'll figure it out.
Dude, who cares about anything else except for Nico Hülkenberg?
No.
Now let's get into our first segment. The race. What we remember, people. This isn't a race breakdown. This isn't.
That was an excellent start.
Why did he have those tires on? This is what we remember, and we have the memory of a fucking goldfish.
We'll probably remember things while we're talking. Oh, dude, remember that?
Exactly.
That'll totally happen.
So, what I remember is a Nico Hülkenberg podium. And what's our next segment?
And that's it. End of story. Dude, what I remember, right, is you even looked at me funny like the discovery lap. I feel like that's the biggest thing that stuck out in my head is they actually did like a formal discovery lap and then went into the formation lap.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. To see
Was I just not watching close enough?
Actually, no, I think it was on the formation lap. They were just saying it was out for discovery. And then folks came in and put on new tires.
Right. George Russell, Charles Leclerc.
Yeah?
Who else?
Damn.
That's pretty good.
That was impressive.
What we remember, dude.
I think Gabby. Gabby, maybe.
Probably.
I also remembered that Franco was going to start from the pit lane.
Oh,
and
dude.
just did not start.
Franco Calapinto. Franco. Now, is he out?
I feel like we haven't heard any news of like who's there to step in.
Valtteri.
Maybe
we can bring that up in one of our next segments.
Yeah. What else do you remember?
I remember Nico Hülkenberg beating out the 7-time world champ all over his ass. And Nico Hülkenberg holds it in that dumpster fire of a car. Holds Lewis Hamilton behind in a Ferrari, dude.
I know.
In a Ferrari, dude.
Insane.
That's a 7-time right
Well,
there.
also, I mean, he started at the back of the field. He started P19.
That's a Max Verstappen-esque drive.
Insane to fight all the way through the field. I mean, 1, strategy. 2, like, the balls on Nico just to, like, hold on to it and fight off the weather and all the challenging. Like, people were spinning left and right.
Well, I think, like, the race itself proved who's got it and who don't got it.
I think it also proves who has experience.
Right.
Who's been there before. Like,
been there, done that.
You said it earlier, and I want you to go into it, is like, rookies were fucked.
Rookies?
Like, that's something I remember from the race is, like, rookies were just screwed.
And you saw that in Brazil last year, too.
Yeah.
Remember that? All the rookies were struggling with it. Not that I could do any better, and that's how we're talking about it, but it just goes to show how fucking hard it is.
I know.
To maneuver around those kinds of conditions.
I come into the studio. The studio today. Studio apartment. And Ev's like, you see the race? I was like, nah. Actually, I thought it was kind of fucking boring. He's like, you're out of your goddamn gourd.
Best race.
Oh, had to be.
Of the year.
Mixed conditions.
Mixed condition, dude.
It rained like a motherfucker.
And dry. People are getting sunburnt and then drenched.
Yeah.
At the same time. That had to have been some of the hardest rain I think I've seen. I mean, Brazil was
like a typhoon. It was crazy.
It was crazy. It was nuts.
I love the commentating. Like, something else I remember from the race too is, like, obviously all the guys up in the booth talking about when you want to put on tires. Like, you want to put it on like a half a lap or a lap prior to the conditions changing. Because if you don't, then you're stuck out there and you're fucked.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's so dumb. It's so dumb talking about it from the couch. And I'm not trying to get technical here, but like, but I think it's so dumb going in early, like being the first one, like George Russell. When he goes on the radio and he's like, are we brave enough, for some slicks right now?
Yeah.
And he was like, his engineer was like, Yeah, we're brave, but not suicidal. And sure enough, like the next lap, you see George Russell in the pits
Yeah.
putting on slicks, and then cut 30 seconds later, he's like flying across the gravel,
Yeah.
and then pan to Toto in his stupid fucking Peaky Blinders hat, shaking. He's like, what the fuck was that?
What are we doing?
Hey, let's...
It was like Star Wars him going across the screen.
Yeah, right. And Toto, they need to stop doing the costumes, dude. They have to stop doing the costumes.
Do you think?
Yes, bro. Do you remember it was Mercedes' like 50-year anniversary or something?
I remember that, yeah.
And they dressed up in those fucking overalls.
Yeah.
And they had a dog shit weekend. And then you have a shit weekend and you're sitting there in your stupid costume. And you're like
looking dumb as fuck.
Like pouting in your fucking overalls. You're like, oh, bro, like, let's lose the costumes. And then you see Toto in his stupid hat after seeing George Russell making the call to go on to slicks.
He's like,
and then
this isn't what
flying
you're
across the screen.
Right. He's like, this is what you're fucking paid for.
Right. But the hat is insane.
Yeah.
You can't be wearing that.
Yeah.
While your drivers are like icing across all of the roads into the gravel.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Bad look.
I remember.
What do you remember, PJ?
I remember. McLaren. They were there. They were racing.
I think...
Dude, what a fucking day, though, okay. I guess putting it in context, like, good for Lando. He won on home turf. Like, that's got to feel so cool. With his mom and dad there and shit.
I think,
No?
Yeah, fine. Whatever. Good for Lando. Good for Lando. Why did they not spray Nico Hülkenberg on the podium is my question.
Yeah, it was weird.
I want...
Maybe they're like... I thought it was possible that it's like, let's not take this moment from him. But it was weird.
They ignored him. They walked away from him, and Nico was just there like Steven Glansberg.
He's like, I'm just the old man up here.
I don't know who to spray. Like,
Yeah.
they all sprayed the... I don't know, whoever
Engineer,
that was, that guy over there, and then Nico was like, I guess I'll just spray it off the podium.
At someone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, dude, spray the guy. Spray Nico Hülkenberg with so much champagne. Do it.
Yeah.
And then also, oh my God. Also, dude, imagine getting your first podium after what 76
plus
years,
200 plus races,
whatever it is. Imagine
crazy
getting to the podium and you're like, I finally fucking did it.
Yeah.
I topped the mountain in a shit car.
And a shit box.
In a shit box. And some nerd comes up to you with toys as your trophy.
The Lego trophies.
This is my trophy. This is what I'm going to put in my trophy case.
Yeah.
Legos.
My kids are going to fucking break this.
God damn it.
He's going to find it in their Lego bin.
God, bro.
Just like fully
in
broken
the most
into
prestigious like racetrack on the calendar, and he's like, you're giving me toys as my trophy.
That's fucking funny.
Why?
I didn't think of it that way.
You fucking assholes.
I wonder if they like played into. They're like, you guys love the Lego race so much. Here's the goddamn trophy.
Like advertising, like marketing like that you got to put a limit at some point.
Yeah.
God, you hand the guy Legos for his first podium.
You never know, man.
Could
be a big Lego guy.
Good night, man. Poor guy. Yeah, that was kind of a bummer. Vibes were off. Cool down room was off.
Grumpy Oscar.
I mean, grumpy Oscar.
Oscar the fucking grouch.
Yeah, and he's sitting there like, I mean, you know, I'm sure Nico Hülkenberg was on the moon sitting in that seat. Obviously
trying
not
to,
knowing.
Like, be reserved and
yeah,
shit a
and
little
he's
bit.
like, what do I do with my hands? I mean, like, Lando walks in the door and he's like, hey, dude, you're supposed to put your helmet, like, up here.
Yeah.
Nico's like, I've never been here before.
Well, it also, too, like, right, imagine walking into the cool-down room and you're like, oh, I'm sure everyone's pretty stoked to be in here, and Oscar's just there fucking pouting.
Pissed.
He's like, what the fuck happened?
Dude. And, yeah, Oscar was sitting there like...
He's like, was it a battle? He's like, no, I got a 10-second penalty. I don't know what the fuck.
And Nico's like, but my podium, right?
Yeah, bro.
Oscar? And he's like, I tried to brake at the safety car, but I that's what I did, and they gave me a 10-second penalty. And Nico's like, yep, it's my first podium, but
he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Go off, dude. This is like your 10th podium.
And
like,
you're 12?
Right. And then Lando comes in, and Lando's just like, well, I mean, those are the rules, man.
Damn, that sucks, buddy.
Those are the rules, dude. You gotta play by the books sometimes. You just didn't play by the books. And Nico's over the side.
Oh, God.
What the fuck is this, dude?
My parents are fighting. Yeah.
Now, what does that mean for Lando? Now, are we seeing momentum here? Was that a 2-off? Oscar, I mean, I've never seen Oscar like that. That was the most emotion I've ever seen from Oscar.
Yeah.
He was driving angry, like, went off at Maggots and Beckett's, straight through the fucking gravel.
Yeah.
After the time penalty.
I think it's a build for Lando. I mean,
you think it's a build?
Yeah.
I think it's a 2-off.
Do you think?
I think it's a 2-off. I think Oscar Piastri is going to come back in Belgium, and he's going to be driving angry, dude.
Yeah.
He's going to be driving angry, dude.
But we're not looking ahead. This is what we saw.
Oh, this is what we remember.
This is what we remember.
Not what we're forecasting.
Not what we're looking out for, Evan.
Come on. We're forecasting.
Be true to the bit here.
Okay.
Do you remember anything else? I mean, there's a lot, but we're also going to talk about it later. I think that's the most difficult part at this moment for me.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. All right. Should we move on then?
Yeah.
Next segment.
Next segment is Bricked Up.
Bricked Up.
This is on brand for me and Evan.
Bricked Up.
So the Bricked Up segment is what got you
absolutely rock hard. Doesn't even have to be race related, dude. Whatever
irrationally
you saw on
hyped.
The street, like, could be anything.
Could be anything through the week too. Doesn't even have to be related to the podcast. You guys just want to hear what got us hard. All right, I will start off here. The pirouette absolutely got me bricked up.
I don't know what it is with your. Do you have like
between Ollie Beerman and Esteban Ocon, that pirouette, the in sync, just fucking spin. I could sit for hours, and I have done it before, watching when like NFL or MLB or NBA players inadvertently do the same thing at the same exact time, and it is amazing.
You may want to get checked for autism, dude.
What do you? It's so cool.
It is cool, but I mean, like, to sit there for hours and watch shit like that.
Sometimes. I mean, it was an overstatement. All right.
Just saying. You may want to get checked.
You didn't think the pirouette was awesome.
I'm not saying I'm not going to sit there for hours and watch it.
Not just this one pirouette. Like, it's a whole compilation. Like, it's like
Okay.
It's like 10 minutes worth of different things happening, not just one specific thing.
Yes, that was sick. I would watch that for hours.
This segment is what got you
I
irrationally
know, yes,
hyped, and it doesn't have to be related to anything.
Here. We do not kink shame here.
All right, what got you bricked up then, Evan? Huh?
Nico Hülkenberg holding off the 7-time world champ, dude.
That's, I mean, just
within DR. Lewis Hamilton.
That's just basic.
Why is that basic?
You're basic.
How is that basic? All right, what else got me bricked up? Isaac Hadjar in the wall to cause chaos.
Yeah.
That got me bricked.
Yeah.
Solidly bricked. Why are you discounting me liking Nico Hülkenberg holding off Lewis Hamilton?
Because you got mad about my pirouette comment. I mean, like, why can't I dunk on your what got you bricked up?
Because that was cool.
So was the pirouette.
That was cool too, but I'm not gonna watch it for hours.
I wasn't saying that one specifically.
I'm just not gonna watch it for hours.
All right. So if that got you bricked up, then what is your you blew it moment?
You blew it.
You blew it.
You blew it, dude. Oh God, Oscar Piastri, man. Oh, I have 2 of them, bro.
That's fine. You can have
2 of them.
As many as you want.
Red Bull setup.
Yeah.
Red Bull setup.
Absolutely.
And Oscar Piastri. Maybe an honest mistake. Yeah, I'm going with that. Going with that.
I would agree.
You fucking blew it, guys.
Red Bull setup, I mean, if it's a dry race, like maybe he has the setup where he just runs away into the distance. But you're in the UK, like you're in England. It's notorious for being rainy.
Right.
Like having low downforce in conditions that may have rain, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You blew it there. And then
Oscar?
no, not Oscar. Who ran into Kimi?
Isaac Hadjar.
Oh, he blew it twice.
He blew it twice.
Hadjar into just absolutely destroying the back of Kimi Antonelli.
Sodomized Kimi Antonelli and his Mercedes.
That was fucking wild.
That was a blew it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he was into the. Now I remember his crash into the wall too. He was into that fucking hard.
Yeah, he totaled the fuck.
Yeah,
out
that
of
was
his car.
a big hit.
Totaled the fuck out of his car. Not to mention Liam Lawson got taken out by fucking Ocon of all people, dude.
Yeah.
Ocon.
He was like, who the fuck is in that
Who the
Haas?
fuck was in there? What fucking dumbass was in that car?
Mm-hmm.
Take a guess, Liam.
Yeah. Take a wild guess.
Fucking guess, Liam.
You didn't think Hadjar was a you blew it moment?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it was like you biffed it.
More of a biff than
Yeah.
a blew it. Who else?
We don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate here. You blew it. Charles Leclerc. What is with Ferrari and Charles Leclerc specifically? Like, dude, I don't think he's a shitty driver in the rain. But he gets fucked so much. They're just so unlucky when it's raining. Now, I don't know if that has to do with like Ferrari and like freaking out because they can barely get a handle on a dry race.
I feel like when Charles went off track, it was like his GPS was recalculating.
Yeah.
Recalculating.
Right.
Recalculating.
Like, I'm sure, like, the GPS monitor that they have on the screens, like, you just see him, like, shooting.
They're like, what
corners,
the fuck?
like, making hard corners.
They're like, yeah, it's fine.
Charles, what are you doing in the infield?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get back on the racetrack.
You blew it!
I am shit! I am shit! Shit I am! Shit! Shit! Shit!
Those were You Blew It. Presented by Truly.
Presented by Truly today. All right, what's next?
No.
Oh, are we still on Blew It?
No. Not what's next. Is, we got to be subtle into it.
Subtle.
Be subtle into it. We're not going with the hard transition like, all right, we're moving on.
Okay.
We're doing I want to hear who your podium is. It's our podium, not yours,
dude. Our podium, dude. Not yours.
Yeah.
Podium.
Again, our podium, not yours. It can be anything. It can be driver. It can be team. It can be outfits, moments on the radio, anything.
All right. Number one, I'm going with
P1.
Isaac. P1 is Isaac Hadjar.
What?
For causing the chaos, dude. That is the reason Nico Hülkenberg was in position to take the podium.
Just bring in the chaos.
That safety car, yeah.
All right.
That's P1.
P2.
P2. Can we have the same ones?
Yeah.
Weather.
Fine.
Weather. We're gonna go weather P2.
Okay.
P3, dude. P3. You go for P1. Go for P1. Let me think of P3.
I had P1 as weather.
Nice.
I thought it created the best race we'd seen thus far.
All year.
Like, mixed conditions, like, there's got to be something that they can simulate rain or snow. Like, we just need more chaos. And the weather definitely brought that out.
Yeah.
I feel like, too, I think you were kind of alluding to it before, is like, separated the men from the boys.
Right. Yeah.
P2 for me is Nico Hülkenberg. First podium, over 200 races. I think it's pretty fucking sick to see him up there. Good for him. I thought he was going to be more hyped. Like, he was pretty... I felt he was pretty calm.
I know, which
like, I thought he was
going to
lose.
Me out.
I thought he was going to lose his mind.
Yeah.
Like, he was awfully reserved for that.
Well, he's like, what, 40?
Yeah.
He's a dad.
Yeah. I mean, dads can still get excited.
I guess. But yeah,
Evan's just out here discriminating against dads.
But also, like, I'm with you. I'm with you. I wish he would have
Yeah.
went fucking crazy. And I don't know if it's the whole, like, oh, act like you've been there before.
I could see that, yeah.
Act like... But you haven't been there before.
In your entire Formula One career.
That's like the mountaintop. I mean, next is obviously a win, but...
Fat fucking chance.
Fingers crossed.
Fat
dude.
fucking chance.
Maybe Spa is a rainy circuit. You never know.
You never know. Do you want me to go to my P3?
Yeah.
The championship battle.
Oh!
That's my P3.
It's heating up in there, dude.
It is way hot.
Way hot in the oven here.
It's getting hot, hot, hot.
And it sucks because Max Verstappen, it's now just like a Nico Rosberg / Lewis Hamilton
yeah.
situation. And that's what I hope it comes down to. I want Lando and Oscar to be enemies by the end of this.
I would love to see them continue to battle. Obviously, battle on track. No team orders. I don't think there will be. I mean, the race in the standings is so tight. And I think where they stand with a commanding lead on the Constructors' Championship,
it's done.
There's no need for it. So it's like you might as well let these two guys duke it out, and may the best man win.
You can DNF probably 4 races,
right,
and still get the constructors and the drivers. And then Max is so fucking checked out. So checked out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even when he got crashed into last week,
he's just like, fuck.
He's like, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm not even fighting for a championship, so it doesn't matter. And then did you see Kimi gave him a toe in qualifying?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
He was like, sorry, bro.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
I mean, he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, he locked the fuck up.
Yeah. And then Max was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I have 4 championships.
You're good. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm still waiting.
Okay, P3, I'm going to go with Toto's hat. Toto's hat.
You, in the same breath, said you fucking hated it. Well, it was
so funny. It was just so funny.
Yeah, we said meme-worthy. That's fine.
Meme-worthy.
That is meme-worthy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So those are my top 3.
Okay. I'm not hating on them.
Yeah.
I think they're fine. I think we're both in the same camp of, like, it was great to see the battle. Such a sick race. Probably one of the best races we've seen in quite some time.
Since Brazil?
Yeah.
Probably last year?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we're getting into something that will be a reoccurring segment as well, too. Something that most weekends will probably have. This segment is called Okay, We're Fighting.
Okay, we're fighting. Whatever happened to the smooth transition? You just bitched at me for that. Well, how went into the hardest transition of all time.
How are we supposed to go into
the hardest transition?
How are we supposed to do that?
I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I'd like to see you do better. I'd like to see you do better.
Okay, we're fighting. Bang, dude. Bang.
Okay, we're fucking fighting.
We're fighting.
It's that time.
It's that time.
It is time.
Yeah.
UFC.
Okay.
You know the reference?
Right.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. What are we fighting about today?
Oscar Piastri's.
Everything besides the normal we fight all the time.
Oscar Piastri's penalty, dude.
10 motherfucking seconds.
And you think that's justified?
I'm not saying it's justified. I can understand where the FIA is standing in. I have data to back it up. Maybe not data.
Shut up.
Maybe not data.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know if I have data, but I have historical evidence. Okay. But what is your stance? Like, I'd love to hear, because I think I'll win. So I want you to go first.
5 seconds and be done with it. 5 seconds is
I'm not
bang on.
I'm not arguing that 10 seconds. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying that 10 seconds is justified. I'm saying the penalty's justified.
Okay.
Maybe 10 is too strict.
Bro,
but I'm not going to die on this throne of, like, 10 seconds absolutely. Like,
say it with your chest, dude.
I agree that
say it with your chest.
I agree that it should be 5 maybe.
Okay.
But I'm okay with it being 10.
I don't think that it should have been a penalty. Maybe? I don't know. It was just maybe just an error in judgment on Oscar. But Max Verstappen uses his car as a missile to torpedo into George Russell, and he gets the same time penalty. Lewis Hamilton flings Max off into the barriers at Cobbs and gets a 10-second penalty.
And
Oscar
someone breaks.
Piastri is trying to warm his brakes up on a safety car restart in the rain with cold brakes and gets a 10-second penalty. What are we doing?
In what world?
What the fuck are we doing?
In a world. I think it's pretty cut and clean. Like, of that this is in the rule book, I think is where they're coming from.
Right, okay, but like, can we look at British bias maybe?
They hate the Australians?
Hmm?
Okay, where I'm coming from, have you said your points, or do you have more?
10 seconds was too harsh. What are we doing? Maybe it should have been a penalty. I don't fucking know. I'm not the FIA.
We're not experts here.
We're not the experts here. But look at just take some history into context and be like, well, Max used his car as a weapon against George Russell. Maybe 10 seconds is a little harsh because that's what we gave Max. Just use relativity, dude.
But also, all right, now we're getting into my piece of the argument.
Okay.
You specifically said, look at history. And the last time something like this happened, where someone sandbagged a restart, was not in mixed conditions. When they sandbagged a restart was Valtteri Bottas in 2020 for Mercedes. It was at the Tuscan GP at Mugello.
Okay.
And the argument at the time was, maybe it was inexperience, maybe it was the fact that he hadn't been up at front a lot that year. But the back of the field thought that he was taking off prior to when he actually took off. And it ended up having a 5-car incident.
Okay.
It took out Antonio Giovinazzi. It took out, I think, a Lando Norris. Took out 5 total cars.
What did he do? I'm trying to see what he did.
He sandbagged the start. I don't know if he hit the brake, but where I'm coming from is that they didn't want a repeat of this. They don't want a repeat. They don't want a pile up of cars at the start-finish line. And that's where the penalty comes from, is because it has already happened before. There's a history of it. And it's written into whatever FIA guidebook or rule book there is. So if it's not saying that this was something we had a ruling on or something that we saw and thought it warranted this. No, this has happened, and we do not want this to happen again. If you do this, you will be penalized. And that's where my argument comes from.
Valid.
Let's go.
Valid.
I told you.
Yeah, that's a pretty gnarly crash.
I told you. I mean, if Evan can cut up some social media clips of comparison, maybe that'd be something good for the social media pages.
Yeah.
During this kind of vocal overlay.
Yeah.
I want to ask. I mean, let's ask the people. This is a great section. I mean, we're gonna put it on a poll on Instagram, and we want to hear who won the Are We Fighting? The inaugural Are We Fighting?
Are we fighting?
Or we're fighting. What's it called? Okay, we're fighting.
Okay, we're fighting. That is valid.
Let's go.
I mean, seeing
10 seconds is kind of crazy, but it is black and white.
Seeing what it could do.
Yeah.
If Max Verstappen did just fucking pile into the back of him, that'd be pretty fucking bad too.
Yes.
So I see where you're coming from. The possibility of what it could have.
And they've seen it.
That's an interesting point, dude. I don't think I've heard that from any.
Right. It's like you have to look back, and you said you have to look back at history.
Yeah.
You have to understand why they put this rule or why they put this into play. I will give you a little nugget. I will give you. I will admit, I dozed off when he was assessed the 10-second penalty.
That's insane to admit that.
I dozed off a little bit, but when I woke up perplexed. I was like, how did he get 10 seconds? And then I kept watching and saw more things of like, he braked under the safety car ending.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, I didn't know the exact race. I had to look up when it happened, but I typed into Google. I was like, when was the pile up from a sandbag start?
Yeah.
And it went to that. And I was like, this is exactly why they did it.
Okay. All right. Good point. Valid.
10 is kind of crazy.
I don't know. After seeing that,
what it could cause
yeah.
in dry scenarios.
Right.
Without the rooster tails that were there.
That's a good point. I genuinely haven't heard that point literally from anyone, and I've listened to a couple podcasts and.
Yay, PJ. Take a bow.
Whatever. I'm sure British people will have a lot to say about that. Australians will have a lot to say about it.
Yeah. But you can't deny history.
You can't deny history, man. It fucking happened.
Yeah.
History happened.
Let's go. I'm so hyped about that.
That's a good one.
Come on.
All right, that's a good one.
No, I think I still agree that 10 may be crazy, but I'm glad you're kind of warming to my side.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
All right.
I'll admit it.
Let's try out a smooth transition here. Have you heard any rumors lately?
Oh, dude. Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Yeah, we need to get some soundtracks up in here.
I know. Let's see. Franco Colapinto out.
I honestly, I assume that one. I haven't seen it as much.
He's on a race-by-race basis.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Nowadays?
Yep, he's on a race-by-race basis.
Is that a rumor or is that true?
That's true.
So that's not a rumor.
Sorry. Okay. All right, then, okay, leading to the rumor, Valtteri Bottas
yes,
may be waiting in the wings to take that seat.
You have to, and I'm going to correct you here, but you have to put it in the context of rumor has it.
Rumor has it Valtteri Bottas is going to be taking Franco Colapinto's seat if Franco can't figure it out. Franco has not figured it out.
And then, so of course,
I'm going to get shot in the head by Argentina.
We 100% believe this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We saw it on the internet, so of course it's 100% true.
100% true.
But
100% true.
Okay, where have you seen that? Instagram?
Threads, podcasts. I hear it all over the place.
For me, rumor has it, and it's still with Valtteri, but rumor has it that Valtteri is in position to take the Cadillac seat. And there's a picture on Instagram of him next to an Escalade, and he says, I ain't touching that seat yet. So, of course, I 100% believe that he's going to be in the Cadillac seat next year.
Yeah. So, yeah, the post was Valtteri Bottas was in Aspen.
Dude, also, just spending so much time in our backyard. We need to hit him up.
I know, right?
He's been in Aspen. He's been in Boulder a whole bunch.
I know.
I'm going to DM and see if he wants to hang out.
You should.
You think he will?
No.
Hey, man, I'm just a middle-aged white guy.
Can I hang out with you? I wear your gear all the time.
Yeah.
So he was walking down the street in Aspen. This is just an Instagram video that he posted.
Yep.
Him himself. And they see a Cadillac SUV parked on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And he's like, ooh, a Cadillac. That's a nice car right there. And he's like, he opens the door. He's like, ooh, these are nice seats. And the guy filming was like, are you going to sit in it? And Valtteri looks at the camera. He goes, not yet.
That's so...
I was like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
He fucking knows what he's doing, man.
He's a master of marketing.
He is.
He's really fucking good at it. Rumor has it Max Verstappen is going to be going to Mercedes. And since I saw it on the internet, this is 100% true.
Yeah. This one strikes me as like clickbait.
I don't know, dude.
Really?
I don't know.
I see it like okay. Can I do it a lot, but I'll put it into context that like I can understand and relate to from different sports. Like I could see it potentially happening, but like Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers, like for months and months, it was like this is just fucking clickbait. He's not going to the fucking Steelers.
Okay, so well, that's what a rumor is, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. This is what it feels like. Like on one side, I'm like, no, it's not gonna fucking happen. If he were to go anywhere, I could see it being Aston Martin because they'll back up the money truck for him.
But Mercedes
I
can, though.
I know they can, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if he did go.
Yeah.
Why do you think he would?
Because their car is about to be better than the Red Bull.
How does anyone know? All it is data and testing, and not even like track testing.
Well, I think Max Verstappen. I think Max Verstappen could probably drive the car better than George. No.
I mean, obviously, neither of us know. That's just like what I'm logically saying. Like, how can anyone know? How can anyone rightfully know that they're going to get the regulations correct?
I don't know.
It'd be a similar move as like Lewis going to McLaren, Mercedes back in the day.
Yeah. There were rumors about Max going to McLaren too, but
there's no way they give up both of those young talents. Like I think everyone's also concerned about Max's longevity.
What?
Not like how long he could race, but how long he wants to race.
Yeah. But they couldn't afford him. Max.
Yeah.
Allegedly told him what he's worth, and they were like, "Hey."
What do you think it is?
I think it's around like 60, 70 million.
Yeah. A year?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And Mercedes would be the only one that could afford him.
Yeah.
Or Aston Martin, but do you want to? Look what they're doing. Do you really want to be attached to that car? He wants to win.
Do you think it compromises that? Like, I guess I don't know enough, and we don't know enough.
What are you talking about, dude? Come on.
About like the composition of like the budgeting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you hand $60 million to Max, does that automatically eat into the amount that you can spend on the car and in the car?
I know. We ask this all the fucking time. I think this is like the third time we've talked about
I don't know. We should probably research it, but I feel like
just quote that on every fucking episode.
It's got to be some type of separate budget.
It has to be.
Right?
It has to be. Because what is their budget? Like 35 million now?
It's got to be.
And like 90% of that is going to Max?
Right. There's no way you have a fucking you couldn't afford to lease a building or staff a team.
Right. Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah. It has to be separate. I would imagine. I don't know because
but like what happens? Like what if he goes to Mercedes? They're just like, well, because from that point it's like if there is a salary cap on drivers and say the salary cap is 700 million or 70 million and Max is 60 million a year, it's like, well, Kimmy's not going to stay after this first deal.
Right.
If he proves it, he's not going to stay for any less than 10.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's a good point.
It has to show, and they just continue to pump through rookies. Like they bring Mick.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll give you $5 million, Mick, and you get a seat.
Right.
And you have to shut up and be fucking happy about it.
$1 million. I mean, like Yuki's getting paid like only $1 million. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's some drivers that get
fucked.
In the grand scheme of things.
I mean, relative to everyone else. Relative to everyone else,
yes.
like you're getting fucked.
Right.
I mean, like Yuki's not worth much now because of how he's driving the Red Bull, which is such
a fucking
bummer,
shame, man.
Dude. Such a bummer. What a cursed seat, man.
That's a segment idea. Most cursed seat in all of Formula One. That'll take some research.
The second Red Bull seat.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you do research, like I'll do a little research. Can we find anything that's more cursed than it?
Do I have to read, dude? I don't want to read. I can't read.
We're trying to build this bitch.
Rumor has it, dude. Rumor has it. What else? What else was in the rumor mill? I wonder what all those salaries are. I know Lewis is getting paid a lot. I know Lewis is getting paid. I know
Max gets paid.
and I think
George is like 20, I think. 15 or 20.
yeah, and
Lando
I think
gets paid.
Lando's in the 20 to 25, and I think
Yeah.
Oscar got that bag too.
Yeah, I think his most recent one.
God, bro, that's so
Fernando?
much money. Probably a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's so much fucking money. Like, I don't even understand it.
Dude,
I really don't.
Next week I need a rumor about like fucking Lance Stroll being on the hot seat.
Yeah.
But after this week, also, I need to go back and say you blew it to Lance Stroll for almost having a podium and saying this car is dog shit.
You blew it.
What a dickhead.
What a dickhead.
I
dude.
fucking hate him.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded.
I just think he's an arrogant piece of shit.
Jesus Christ.
What, is he not?
I think he's a good dude.
And with that, that's all we have, folks. I fucking hate Evan. Good night. Oh. All right. We're back. We're totally back.
Is that it?
That's it.
You're kidding.
No.
Nice.
Efficient.
That's pretty good.
We're fucking back.
We're back.
Consistency
Is key.
You're going to see it here, folks. Consistency.
Consistency.
All right, guys. If you wouldn't mind, go following our Instagram page, our Twitter page, Track Walk Pod. Go to TikTok. Also, it's helpful if you go where you get your podcast, if you rate it, comment, all of that bullshit. We'd appreciate it. We are back. We're excited to see you guys. We'll have some engagement on social media, so be sure to engage with us. And we will see you Sunday. Anything else from you, Guy?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing from me.
Nothing at all.
Go follow Only F1 Fans on Instagram.
You got a betting promo code or anything for us?
Oh yeah, if you're into betting, you can bet on. Go to Grid Rival, use code OnlyF1, and get your first $50 matched by Grid Rival.
We need to do that earlier in the episode next week. I'll remind you.
Yeah, dude. Use code OnlyF1, and yeah, I get a little kickback.
Fuck yeah.
Get a little kickback, baby.
And you guys get free money to bet with.
And free money to bet. I mean, come on, dude. Who doesn't like free money to fucking bet with?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Cool, guys.
That's it. We love you.
We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Catch you next week.
Bye.